What is up, everybody? Johnny Blacklight Bro here, and today we're going to get into a bit of a different kind of creepy Reddit story. So it's not always something supernatural or some kind of cryptid that is creepy, extremely frightening, or even dangerous. Sometimes, well, maybe a lot of the time, it's other humans that can cause a whole nother level of creepiness. So I found this story on r/CreepyEncounters from user Gia Ona. And this is a wild story about a super unsettling incident at a creepy hotel in Tennessee. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Their story is titled, A Very Strange Hotel in Rural Tennessee. I remembered this utterly terrifying experience that I had. Today, I finally want to get it off my chest. This happened December 2025 in rural Tennessee. My ex, Tiara, and I had just broken up, and she was moving back home in a week. The breakup was brutal, and we hadn't slept for days. We got into a heated argument around 12 a.m., and she wanted to get a hotel room for the evening to cool down. She refused to let me get a room instead of her. We packed her suitcase, another bag, and a Brink's door security bar. We stopped at what seemed to be a quiet hotel, tucked away surrounded by trees and lonely roads. I pulled us to the front and parked the car at the main entrance. Upon entering, the lobby looked fine. It wasn't a roach motel, but it seemed forgotten about. It was only for a night's rest, and I'd be back for her in the morning. So Tiara and I agreed on not finding the nearest Ritz-Carlton and calling it a night. The clerk approached us at the counter, and he was a lanky, early mid-20s man with glasses, a strong foreign accent, and very monotone voice. He had few words, made no facial expressions, and was stoic. Tiara and I both noted that off of first impressions he was odd, but left it at that. He checked us in, and I told Tiara to wait there for me while I parked the car and brought in her bags. She asked me to just drop her off and leave. Tiara is very used to me taking care of us, and I know that sometimes she lacks safety awareness. I didn't want staff or guests knowing that she was staying alone. In hindsight, I think that may have been given away by her asking me to drop her off at the front desk. I was going to walk her to her room and make sure she was safe before eventually heading out. Well, she wasn't going to be safe. We found the room, and I already did not like that it was on the main level and around the corner from the check-in counter. Anyways, I swiped the key card, and it flashed red. I swiped it again, red. The door wouldn't open. My senses were tingling, and I felt uneasy. Before trying again, I pressed my ear against the door. I believe I heard shuffling. Tiara and I both quietly looked at each other. The clerk not only told us our room number, but he wrote it on the key card, so we double-checked before trying again. I swiped one more time, and the door unlocked. Keep in mind that it is past 1 a.m. now. I only opened the door a couple of inches and very slowly. I noticed the room is dark. There is an empty beer bottle on the floor. A small amount of light is coming from the bathroom, and the toe of a dirty, large men's work boot is peeking out from the other side of the bathroom door. I immediately shut the door, grab Tiara's bags, and tell her someone is in there and we are leaving. She says, "Let's just ask for another room." I tell her, "No, absolutely not. Something is wrong. This isn't safe and we're going home." We make a beeline to the front desk and ask the clerk if he gave us the right room. He confirmed that there are no guests on this level, and all the rooms are empty. I told him there is someone in our room, and he still has no facial expressions or change of tone in his voice. He does not even apologize and just gives us another room. I said, "No, we want a refund and we're leaving." The clerk says he needs to go in the back room for a moment and shuts the door behind him. Tiara is almost positive she sees someone else in that room. When we arrived, the clerk told us he was the only one here tonight. All I want to do at this point is get a refund and get us back home. My mind is screaming at me. This isn't worth it. We will sleep at home together. Something is wrong. This isn't worth it. The clerk returns from the back room, and while he is quietly processing our refund, all the power shuts off in the hotel. The computer, lights, everything. The low hum of electricity is gone, and it is so silent you could hear a pin drop. The lobby is pitch black, and from the moonlight beaming through the windows, all we can see is the tall, lanky shadow of the clerk. He's standing still and has not moved while keeping his attention on us. Through the darkness, he's studying us. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't make a sound. He doesn't look around. Tiara is scared now, clinging to me and frantically whispering, "I'm scared. What the hell is happening? What do we do?" I'm near panic. I can't see a thing. My heart is beating out of my chest, and I don't understand anything that is happening to us tonight. I keep calm and ask the clerk, "Does this usually happen?" And without shifting an inch or losing the monotone in his voice, he says, "No." The temperature in the room plummets. The energy is absolutely sinister, and the darkness swallows us. Chills run through my body, and the silence after his response cuts like a knife. I can't think straight. Who was the person Tiara saw hiding in the back room, and why haven't they come out? Where is the person that was hiding in our room? Are they coming? It felt like we were prey, and all of our defenses were down. My mind is running rampant. From the man hiding in our room to this moment now. Is this a setup? Is it all a coincidence? I've experienced fear, but never like this. I tell Tiara, run. I put her in front of me, and as she's running to the exit with her huge overfilled purse, I'm running with the suitcase, her other bag, and the security bar. She's pushing and banging her body against the exit in a way I've never seen her do before. We still can't see a damn thing in here, but we see light outside. The door just won't budge. I look behind us to see the shadow of the clerk. He remains standing where we left him, continuing to study us before slowly turning and walking to the back room without a word. I'm going to let her continue to try to bust down the door. If anyone attacks us from behind, I'd rather be the one to defend us. Tiara finally busts the door open, and we run towards the parking lot to find my car. As we break free of the hotel, all of the lights outside are shut off on us. Tiara is screaming that she can't see, and I'm still trying not to lose it. It is again pitch black around us, and now we are surrounded by woods. I can't decide if this is better than being stuck inside or not. Tiara doesn't know where I parked because I had her wait for me in the lobby while I brought her bags inside. We are barreling through the parking lot, blind, and I'm crashing into the cement parking barriers with her bags, sprinting towards my car. Tiara loses me. She's yelling, "Where are you? Where's the car?" And I'm telling her to follow my voice. I fumble looking for my phone in my pocket and pull out the flashlight to show her where I am. I can hear how scared she is, and I'm just trying to keep my cool so we can make it out of there. I can't see a damn thing, but I remember where I parked relative to the door we exited from. We make it to the car. I find my keys, her purse that she ditched, throw everything inside, and we get the hell out of Dodge. The adrenaline I feel is insane. My hands are sweating, shaking as I drive, and I can feel my heart beating in my eardrums. My body is beat to hell from running into the parking barriers, and I think I hit my head at some point. Tiara is crying and panicking. I tell her to call the police. Whether or not something sketchy is happening there, let them find out. I've never shared this story before, and writing this feels like I'm right back in those scary moments. My mind still has a million questions about what happened that night. What if we decided to get another room after the boot incident, and I left Tiara there that night? What if I let her check in alone and she entered that room? It all makes me sick to my stomach. Tiara and I have both since moved from that area and still keep in touch. Maybe one day we will make it work together. This is not the first time I've experienced scary people. Maybe we overreacted, but maybe we didn't. My dad always taught me to protect those that I love. I want everyone to take cautionary steps for the people that they love regardless of if anyone paints it as paranoia or overly dramatic. There's no shame in being safe. In potential danger, please always trust your gut instincts. They are usually right. Man, this is super unsettling. I couldn't imagine how fast I would run the heck out of this place. All I can think of is that movie Vacancy from like 2007 or whatever. Like some kind of super nefarious stuff is going on here, and the whole place is in on it. Maybe even fully set up to do some kind of trafficking or straight up unaliving of some folks. Just the tone and cadence of the clerk here, fully locked into this creepy persona. Man, that's unnerving. Just so nonchalant about what's going on. That had to creep these folks out so much, man. On top of all the other gigantic red flags that were going on in here. I mean, the light shutting off like that in the building itself and then also in the parking lot. So disorienting, man. Sounds like some kind of tactic to discombobulate even more. Man, that's creepy as hell. Very great story structure and writing, too, when it comes to how they tell of the occurrence. Man, this one really creates the atmosphere and just pulls you right into this nightmare of a situation. Good instincts on this guy, man. Definitely did the right thing by not taking any chances and just getting the heck out of there. That had to be so truly horrifying to experience. So yeah, man, be careful out there if you're planning any last-minute trips this summer. Stay aware and stay in a nice place. Don't take any chances with anything off the beaten path, that's for sure. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think of this story in the comments, and if you've ever had any similar experiences while staying somewhere. Y'all have a good one, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.